So I, I have a lot of investor clients who are also real estate agents. And it always surprises me that a lot of them aren't actually investors, right? And so I'm like, geez, that's kind of surprising that you're not investing in real estate. And some of them, I had a guy come to me not long ago, and he makes $400,000 or $500,000 a year as a broker, and he has no real estate. And he's like, Ted, he's like, I know you're really good with, with tax savings and stuff. He's like, what am I missing? I feel like I'm paying a lot of tax. And I said, well, send over your return. Let me review it for you. And so I took a look at his return, and what I noticed was he didn't have any investment properties, right? So I said, listen, you've got to, if you want to, because you qualify as a real estate professional, if you want to take advantage of the biggest tax strategy there is, you've got to own rentals, right? And not only do you have to own rentals, but you should be trying to pick up a new rental every year, right? And why would I want to? Why does anybody want to own rentals? Well, they want the cash flow, they want the potential appreciation, right? But they also want the tax benefits, right? And the depreciation, the first year depreciation on a new rental property can wipe out, a substantial amount of income. I had another broker client of mine come to me, and he had just sold a big property, had $1 million commission on it, and he said, Ted, I'm going to make $1 million this year. What can I do? And this particular guy has some apartment buildings. So I said, go and buy another apartment building. He's like, I had my eye on a building. I said, yeah, go get it. Right. So he went, he bought this building, he bought it for $2 million. And he got 25% cost segregation on it. So he was able to cost segregate $500,000 of that out. And this was at a time when there was still 80% bonus depreciation. That was 2023. This year, 2024, it's 60%. But that was last year. So he got a $400,000 tax deduction on $1 million worth of income, right? So now instead of paying tax on $1 million, he paid tax on 600. But it gets even better because I introduced him to a guy I know because he doesn't have any employees, and I introduced him to a guy I know who does what's called the defined benefit plan. It's a kind of an actuarial retirement plan that allows you to high income earners to put away a lot of money into retirement and defer it. So he was able to put another $200,000 into a defined benefit plan as a retirement plan contribution. So he started with $1 million, deducted $400,000 of depreciation, then deducted $200,000 retirement planning. He actually ended up only paying tax on $400,000. Now, what the real deal on that is that that's the highest bracket income, right? So taking $1 million down to 400,000 that's taking money down at 35%, right? So a $600,000 deduction is worth $200,000 in tax planning, right? That's why, because you're a real estate agent and qualify as a real estate professional, you're able to do those kind of things. And the other thing is, you're in the business. You're able to go and see. You get first shot at everything that's coming available, right? You're able to cherry pick deals, and also create deals, right? Another commercial agent that I know had a client was looking for a long-term lease. It was a manufacturing company looking for a long-term lease on a new facility, right? So he knew what all their terms were and everything. So what did he do? He went and bought them a building. He went and bought the building and leased it to them, right? He knew exactly what they wanted. He found what they wanted. He said, look, you don't want to buy it. I'll buy it and lease it to you. So he created his own investment. Those are the kind of things you can do as an agent in the business, right? So real estate agents, keep those ideas in mind.